Irish fans love legacies. Bryant Young. We have now an announcement date. Do you have some of the details on what Irish fans should expect from that announcement?
Yeah, Saturday. I believe it's 4
And I
p.m.
said Bryant Young, Bryce Young, excuse me.
Yeah. Brian Young's kid, of course. So,
Yes.
yeah, Bryce Young announcing his commitment Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. 6'4", 215 pounds. Wouldn't be surprised if he's closer to 225ish at this point. Nation's number 314 overall player, number 21 edge in America. Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Commitment. Notre Dame considered the pretty heavy favorite going into decision. You always, when a young man visits a school and then soon after announces a commitment date, it usually looks pretty good for that school who visited. He had just visited Michigan, Stanford are a couple schools he's visited recently. But yeah, I mean, it's Bryant Young's kid. I mean, I would just think that Notre Dame's got a pretty darn good shot Saturday. Um, Darren, the interesting thing here among many, he visits Notre Dame last June, gets the offer. Notre Dame's the first school to offer Bryce Young, and you're thinking to yourself, is that would Notre Dame have offered him if his name was Darren Pritchett instead of Bryce Young? Well, I guess there's also Pritchett's in the world of Notre Dame football, but Mike Singer. There's no guys
Go
who
get him, Wes.
last name Singer. At Notre. Like if his name wasn't Young, does he? I don't know, but that I'll admit that was my thought. Like, because he's not this last summer he's not this big physical like specimen. Just kind of a long, lanky kid, and he gets the offer, and you're like, all right, we'll see. Yeah, I was wrong. I was definitely wrong. The kid ended up a big time prospect. I mean, the offer list: Tennessee, Michigan, USC. I mentioned Stanford, Miami, Iowa, Virginia. I mean, the kid ended up a fairly big time prospect. Yeah, if his name was Mike Singer, he's getting that Notre Dame offer. Like Notre Dame absolutely loves this prospect. So, yeah, this would be a really nice get for the Irish, Darren.
Give us some details on Mike Gilbert, and it sounds like he'll be making a choice very soon.
How about this? So Gilbert visited Notre Dame for the Blue Gold weekend. So did Bryce Young, and they attend the same high school, Charlotte Christian. So Gilbert's a four-star wide receiver, 6'2", 205 pounds. Nation's number 223 overall player, number 38 receiver. Being the number 38 receiver in your country, like this is what we talk about all the time on our YouTube shows with Tim Hyde, is that top 40 is really good. There are so many good receivers out there. So you're in the top 40. That's really impressive. But yeah, he's announcing, is it Tuesday at 4:00 Eastern time? He was on campus, and then he announces a commitment date that usually is going to look pretty good for the Fighting Irish. His offer list includes South Carolina, North Carolina, Penn State, Michigan, Tennessee, Louisville, Missouri, Duke, Virginia. So, some SEC, ACCs, Big Ten, Notre Dame. Yeah, pretty solid get. I mean, this one came together pretty quickly, Darren. Yeah, he gets the offer mid-February, takes the visit, announces the commitment date. So we'll see next Tuesday. But I mean, yeah, like I said, coming off of a visit, that should look pretty good for the Irish.
CJ Carr got an invitation to the Elite 11 finals, I believe it is called. What exactly does that mean?
Well, yeah, it's the premier quarterback camp in the country. They have a regional camp, and they invite 20 kids to the Elite 11 finals, and then the top 11 get named to the Elite 11. So, yeah, Carr, we actually have some footage for folks watching on YouTube. I haven't even watched this yet. My coworker Kyle Kelly put this together. He was at the regional event. So they usually don't offer the Elite 11 doesn't extend the invitation to the finals after a camp. You have to do really well at that camp to get it. So Carr did, and he showed out. So he'll be one of those, I think it's around 20, finalists for the Elite 11s in Los Angeles this summer. So yeah, CJ Carr, We love him at Blue and Gold. On 3 doesn't as much. Number 12 quarterback in the country. I know people tweet me and drop YouTube comments all the time angry about the quarterback rankings. Is what it is, folks. But yeah, CJ Carr gets that invite. Looked pretty good at the events. And yeah, Darren, we are definitely big fans of Carr, and so is the Notre Dame staff.
I'm really horrible at comparisons, but watching him reminds me of Matt Ryan.
I was never a Matt
He
Ryan fan,
stands
so I
up
hate
strong, or stands up in the pocket, delivers the football the way he does. Just there's a little bit of that, but
Not a
I
Matt
really
Ryan
like to
fan.
see the relationship he's built with Cam Williams, a 5-star wide receiver. It's really cool to see those two have bonded and are kind of recruiting partners.
Yeah, those two are tight. Yeah, they visited Notre Dame at the same, I think it was the 6th of April. They were both at campus that day. And then Carr had a 7-on-7 tournament or training or something in Chicago where Cam's from. So they hung out all weekend. Like, yeah, those guys are tight. And when Carr spoke to our Kyle Kelly at Blue and Gold, he said, like, look, when the Reese thing happens, his mind's all over the place, but he just kept going back to, I'm so tight with these guys. I could not leave this class, even if I wanted to, because these relationships, and Cam Williams is definitely a part of that.
All right, very good. So read more about CJ Carr and all these recruits at Blue and Gold Illustrated, blueandgold.com. Just one of the reasons why people should join the Blue and Gold family right now.